Welcome to this TESPN broadcast of Vista girls basketball as the Steward Spartans come in to Estes Athletic Center. And the Spartans start off with a three-point make by Ella Grace Saunders. Stewart comes in with a record of 14-4, and Vista's number 2 ranking at the Division II level. Titans come in 7-6 and ranks number 7 at the D1 level. So expecting a really tight ball game tonight. Great steal there by Lucia Fiske, the freshman. Tough scoop attempt by Sutton Eldridge. Great pass, but the layup was no good, but that's a great pass there by Lily Tommen, and a great pass at the other end for the Titans, and Morgan Trimble gets on the board. Great defense by Sutton Eldridge, and she forces the turnover. And it is, yeah, gonna be just confirming Titan ball on the sideline here. Just over a minute into this ball game. And I am Rick Hamlin here for the first of a doubleheader, as after this game, Titan boys will take on St. Christopher's in the nightcap. We're expecting 2 great games here tonight at the Estes Athletic Center. Frances Fiske drew the foul there. That foul is going to be charged to Avery Peterson. Frances Fiske inbound to Caroline Ashoff. And then Frances Fiske comes off the Morgan Trimble screen, but her shot is long, rebounded by Savannah Martin. And with 10 on the shot clock, Steward with a bucket by Avery Peterson to extend their lead to 5-2 here early, as I am joined by class of 2028, Amy Phillips. Amy, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, and right on cue, Morgan Trimble hits a 3 to tie things up at 5. And, oh, I thought Caroline Ashoff had a steal, but they're going to get her for a reaching foul. This officiating crew doing double duty as they just officiated the JV boys game that preceded this one, as the Titan JV boys took just their 2nd loss of the season at the hands of St. Christopher's. All right, Amy, so 5-5 game. We got 2 ranked teams here. Titans number 7 in the state rankings for Vista at the D1 level. The Steward Spartans number 2 ranked in the Division II level. 2 teams that both have winning records and come in. They know a lot about each other. A couple Richmond schools. What are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
Yeah, it seems like both teams are really good. It seems like it's going to be a good matchup. I'm looking to see a pretty close game, I think. Just like hoping to get the ball moving around a good bit. I've heard some good things about number 14 on Steward. I think she's pretty good. I imagine she's going to have a good game. So for the Titans, they just need to watch out for that and try to keep her locked up.
Yeah, that's Savannah Martin. She averages almost 14 points a game. Really good 3-point shooter. Sutton Eldridge, long 2 is no good. Rebound by Brooklyn Kavanaugh, the senior center for Steward, and Lily Tommen pushed it up. Really great point guard for Steward. She is a senior committed to West Point. And of course, Trinity's junior, Sutton Eldridge, committed to the Naval Academy. So we got Army versus Navy here tonight at Estes Athletic Center.
Yeah, that's fun. I
It is
forget
fun.
what team it was, but the last game I broadcasted, I don't remember who that was, but just comparing this game to that one, this one's already moving a lot faster. They're getting up and down the court really fast compared to last game where they were just, the team wasn't as good, so they were just able to ease back a little bit.
And with 1 on the shot clock, Steward gets a shot off that, okay, the official blew the whistle for a shot clock violation, but it should not have been a shot clock violation as the ball did hit the rim. I mean, regardless, it's going to be Trinity ball. Yeah, I think that one was Flint Hill, Amy, the last home game that you broadcast. And, yeah, Flint Hill definitely been struggling this year. That is going to be called out on Frances Fiske, and they're going to say it's Spartan ball. No, she corrected it. Yeah, I didn't want to criticize the official, but from this vantage point, it was obvious to me that it was off Steward, so they got it straight. But Steward putting on tremendous pressure in the backcourt. Nice inbounds pass, though, by Caroline Ashoff. Morgan Trimble's already hit 1 3. This one's a little long. Great effort by Caroline Ashoff to secure the rebound. Good pump fake by Fiske. She draws a lot of contact, and it's going to be a foul on Brooklyn Kavanaugh. And Kavanaugh actually looks like she took the more of the brunt there of that collision. She looks a little bit shaken up. But yeah, you're exactly right, Amy. I think that just already in about 4 minutes into the game, the pace of play, the intensity, I mean, you can tell that both teams really want this game.
Did these two teams play against each other last year?
They did play against each other last year at the Coaches for Change event at the Henrico Sports Complex, and Steward did win that game.
Okay.
I attended that game. It was close, and Frances made the first free throw, and I think we won't talk about her second free throw. Titans continue, both teams going full court press, which also is adding to the pace of play. And of course, Trinity coach Adam Lonan previously coached at Steward. So, and I believe, I'm not positive, but I think that Steward's coach was, I think, maybe on his staff. So, or at least I know they're good friends. And so yeah, a lot of ties in this game, and a lot of neat storylines on what we think is going to be a 4-quarter battle to the finish.
I didn't realize he coached there.
Yes, Coach Lonan was the girls basketball coach and I believe assistant athletic director at Steward School prior to coming to Trinity. This is now his 7th or 8th year at Trinity. Claire Griffin into the game as Frances Fiske gets an early and rare break. Well defended by Steward here. Morgan Trimble wanted to pull the trigger, but hit Sutton Eldridge on the back door, and Sutton is fouled by Ella Gray Saunders. I mean, one of the things that really jumps out about me as you look at Steward's stats, very balanced. I mean, they have 4 players averaging at or near double figures, whereas for the Titans, Sutton Eldridge and Frances Fiske, like kind of by far, are the 2 leading scorers, with Frances at 16 points a game and Sutton at 18. So, be interesting contrast with a team that's very balanced versus a team that has 2 really clear go-to scorers. Sutton Eldridge hits both free throws. And that allows the Titans to set up their press. Steward just got it across the timeline with less than a second to go, and that's a 3 by Savannah Martin. I believe, Amy, you called off the top that Savannah Martin is an excellent shooter, and we saw it there. She hits the 3. Sutton's going back to the line, though. Ella Grace Saunders does not like that call or the one before. That's 2 quick ones on her, and she is clearly disagreeing with both. Frances Fiske back in for Claire Griffin. Sutton hits them both. And the other big thing about hitting those free throws is it allows you to set your press up, although the press is kind of sliced through right there by Lily Tommen. But ultimately her shot got blocked by Morgan Trimble. It'll stay Steward ball. Good closeout by Morgan to prevent Martin from getting off the shot. And they're going to get Lucia Fiske for, I believe that's her 2nd foul. Well, they actually caught it on Frances, so her first. Now they're going to get that one on Sutton Eldridge, who right in front of 2 officials just sort of threw Martin to the ground. I think that was a pretty obvious call. And you know, Sutton and Frances, I mean, they barely ever come off the court. They have to be really careful with their fouls. I mean, even if you just pick up 1 per quarter, by late in the game, you got 4 and you got to be super careful. So just that 1 possession, even though Steward didn't score, to me that possession is kind of a win for Steward because Trinity's 2 best players each picked up a foul. Good pull up by Frances Fiske, but she missed the shot. Her sister Lucia secures the rebound. Caroline Ashaw scores and is fouled. Caroline is a little slow getting up though. It's a great finish by Caroline Ashaw. So Caroline, she's able to walk. I think she just landed on her ankle. It's a very kind of classic basketball injury that you see a lot, and she is going to have to come out and get attended to by athletic trainer Bree Hackney. So Claire Griffin's going to get to check in to shoot 1 shot. And she hits. I mean, that's tougher than it looks, you know, Amy, coming in if you're Claire off the bench and you have to shoot a free throw. I know Claire's a great shooter, but that's a lot of pressure. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking, especially being her first year on varsity. To come in straight off the bench, it's going to be tough.
Lucia Fiske got the block, but follow is up and in by Brooklyn Kavanaugh. Nice little hesitation there by Morgan Trimble. She kicks it out to Claire Griffin, whose shot is no good. Savannah Martin with her 2nd 3 of this first quarter.
We're about the same spot too.
Yeah. She looks really comfortable in that spot. Morgan Trimble open 3 from the corner. That's a great look for her, even though that one didn't go down. A pass thrown away, so Titans will get it back with 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. So Trinity doesn't have to, I mean, they can hold for the last shot. The shot clock is off. Although with the pressure defense that Steward's putting on, it might almost be hard to try and hold it. It might, let's see what, Yeah, Coach Lannon not showing any signs of that. They certainly don't hold for one, and Sutton Eldridge put it up, but she missed. Now Stewart will have a chance to get the last shot in what is a tie game here as we head into the last 10 seconds of quarter number one. Martin again, not this time. And with no time on the clock, they're gonna get a foul on Lucia Fiske, her second. And what'd you think of that, Amy?
I don't know, that was close. I actually didn't think that it was on Lucia if they called it. I kind of saw a little bit more from Francis, but.
Yeah, me too, which is the other interesting thing, and they're gonna put 0.8 seconds back on the clock here, but when they called the foul on Francis a few possessions back, I thought it was on Lucia, and then this time the opposite. So I guess officials maybe getting the Fiske sisters confused here. I don't know, but first free throw no good. Second attempt to try and give Stewart the lead is also no good. And at the end of one quarter, Stewart School 13, Trinity Episcopal 13. We will take about a 45-second break and be right back. What a great start to this one. All right, we're back for second quarter action. Really entertaining first quarter, Amy. I mean, lead changed several times. Couple big threes by Stewart's Savannah Martin. Sutton Eldridge got to the free throw line and went 4 for 4. It's a really fun contrast. That's a really nice play design and a great assist from Sutton Eldridge to Francis Fiske. But yeah, just want to come back to you on kind of your impressions of quarter number one, Amy.
They've stuck really well together. Like, it doesn't seem like one team is really playing any stronger than the other one. And they're kind of just going back and forth like we see with that three right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a third three for Savannah Martin. She averages about 14 points a game. She's got 9 already, less than 9 minutes into this one. Francis Fiske tries to answer with a three of her own, no good. Rebound secured by Morgan Trumbull. It'll stay. Titan ball. Nia Young is in the game now, freshman for the Titans. Caroline Ashoff still getting that ankle looked at. And I thought Caroline was playing really well prior to going out. She just does a lot of the little things. She had several rebounds, steals, and had that and one, but it was on the bucket that she made that she unfortunately got injured on.
Yeah, Caroline's a great defender. I remember playing against her in middle school. She's not very fun to play against.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard those St. Edward's teams that she and Reagan Perkinson were on were pretty tough. What a finish by Frances Fiske to give the Titans the lead again. Good pass, good catch, good layup. That's a great pass by Lily Tomlin into Brooklyn Kavanaugh. And now Steward back on top. Steward looks to push in transition. Another great pass by Tomlin. She averages over 6 assists a game, and she just picked up 2 quick ones right there. And Coach Lana gets a timeout. So I talked to some of the Trinity girls players today at school and kind of asked them what they expected from Steward, and they all mentioned that Lily Tomlin can really impact the game without even having to shoot too much. And I've seen that so far. I don't know that she's attempted a shot. I don't remember it, but with her passing, with her court vision, she has really done a nice job controlling the game as well as her defensive pressure. So you can see why she is a player that a Division I great institution like Army would want to have in their program. Martin for another 3. This one's no good. Frances Fiske gets the rebound. Whoa, it's a great look to Sutton Eldridge, but Tomlin got a hand on it. Good pass from Claire Griffin to Nia Young to Sutton Eldridge, and it's been nice ball movement on this possession, but Frances Fiske's 3 is no good. And now Martin attacks the closeout and shows she's not just a 3-point shooter. And I'm sure Coach Lana told his defenders, like, stop letting her shoot 3s. So Nia Young did a good job running her off the line, but Martin showed the versatility to her game. And Steward is just completely face guarding Sutton Eldridge right now, trying to deny her the ball. It's number 20, Avery Peterson, and Avery's able to get the steal and the bucket. And that is an 8-0 run for the Spartans. Now they're getting a foul on Avery Peterson. Great to see Caroline Ashoff back in. I mean, the way she went out limping, concerned she might be out for the game, but Miss Bree got her taped up and she's back in, showing her toughness. Another turnover, and that's now 3 or 4 straight possessions, I think, that Titans have turned the ball over. And the Steward run is now 10 straight points. Yet another turnover. Now Kavanaugh with a rebound. Her shot is no good, but Morgan Trimble could not secure the rebound. And momentum right now, Amy, is very much in favor of Steward.
Yeah, like you mentioned, they've done a really good job guarding Sutton. And when Trinity's tried to get her the ball, it's when they've gotten their turnovers.
They're going to get that foul on Lucia Fiske. Lucia just came back in on that dead ball. And in less than a second, picks up foul number 3. Well-designed inbounds play by Steward coach Kara Basile. So it's tough for Lucia. She got 1 second of playing time there and has to unfortunately come back out, and probably will be out, I would imagine, for the rest of this first half.
Yeah, she's got the right mindset, trying to stay aggressive, but it's getting a little messy.
Yeah, the Steward pressure is really, wow. I hope Francis is okay. She just got her legs taken out. And Francis Fiske is slow getting up, but she's kind of limping off, but gonna continue. She's a tough player, tough kid. I will really miss when Francis, of course, is a senior. I will really miss watching her play when she finishes up her Titan career here in about the next 3 or 4 weeks. Good take by Caroline Ashoff. No worse for the wear from that ankle injury. She comes back in with a strong right-handed layup. Kavanaugh no good. And the follow, though, by Avery Peterson. She's going to get fouled by Sutton Eldridge. I believe that's going to be the second foul on Sutton. So talking about momentum, and after the 12-0 Steward run, hopefully for the Titans, maybe that Caroline Ashoff layup somewhat stifled the momentum. But for you, Amy, as an athlete, soccer player, played a lot of basketball as well. Talk to me about, as an athlete, like how momentum works in a high school sporting event.
Yeah, well, specifically for this, I think it starts with the defense, as you can't really build up, like, close the gap if they're still scoring all those points. And if you start getting them frustrated on defense, then you're able to kind of get them off their game once they're guarding you. And that's when you can, like, start getting more looks and start to get back some of those points.
Well, you make a great point. I mean, in the sport of basketball, which is, is obviously very different from soccer in that there's a lot more scoring. But if you're able to get and string defensive stops together, then you don't really give up that momentum ever. Caroline, a little pull up in the lane is long. Great effort by Claire Griffin for the left-handed layup. As we welcome the third member of our broadcast team, Mary Wadlick. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. It's been an exciting game so far. Very tight first quarter. Steward has really defended great here in the second quarter, created a lot of turnovers to build this 10-point lead. But the pace of this game has been, I would describe it as frenetic, bordering on frantic at times, but both teams playing really, really hard tonight. One of the other big differences, Steward has hit at least 3 threes, and the Titans have hit only 1. I believe Morgan Trimble very early, so Steward just shooting the ball a little bit better. Francis Fiske got pushed out of bounds there by Savannah Martin. Second foul on Martin. And she's going to get subbed out of the game. They're going to bring in Carrington Williams, freshman. Caroline Ashoff penetrates. Tough baseline shot is good by Sutton Eldridge. And Titans have cut the lead back to single digits. Morgan Trimble almost got the steal, but the loose ball is secured by Steward. It's a great box out by Francis Fiske. And going to be a foul on Brooklyn Kavanaugh, her third. And so far, they're leaving her out there with 3 fouls. I mean, Kavanaugh, the tallest player in the game, she's been really effective for Steward. So they could get a potential 4th foul on her, which I actually thought that could have been. Sutton, I think, knew she had 3 fouls and went right at her, but they don't call it. And now one of the Titan guards is about to get their 3rd foul, I believe. They're going to get it on Francis. No, that might only be her. It's only her 2nd. So Sutton and Francis both with 2 fouls now. So Mary, for you, kind of coming in with fresh eyes, since you haven't been here since the beginning, like, now that you've seen a couple minutes of play, what are your observations?
I'm definitely getting what you're saying about a little bit of frantic energy here. It seems like, at least for the Titans, nothing's really happening like easy or naturally for them. It seems Sutton had that nice baseline drive, but instead of going for the layup, she got locked down and had to take a mid-range jumper, which is not her natural shot. So I think Steward's doing a really good job on defense of not letting anything come easy for the Titans.
I couldn't agree more. I've been very impressed with Steward's defense. Morgan Trimble, no good on the 3. Claire Griffin's had several rebounds today. Claire's given some really good minutes. Can she hit a 3? She cannot. And back into the game for the first time in a while is Ella Gray Saunders, who went out with 2 early fouls. She secured that rebound. Williams back to Saunders, and her 3 is good. Down to the last 20 seconds. Gonna get a foul on Steward. Might be Saunders. It would be her 3rd if it is. No, they're gonna get it on Peterson. I think that's her 2nd. Oh, her 3rd. So that is definitely something to look for with now 2 Steward starters have 3 fouls, as well as another one has 2. And of course, for the Titans, Lucia Fiske also has 3. So foul trouble could definitely be an issue in the second half. Sutton Eldridge 4 for 4 from the line so far. Make it 4 for 5. Eldridge hits the 2nd. Shot clock is off, so Spartans could hold for a final shot if they want to. I would with this 12-point lead. Well, no, I wouldn't if I had Martin open for 3. She does miss this one, though. They get the rebound. Williams misses the left-handed layup. And we're at 2-1, and that is halftime. So an exciting first half. Steward, I think, just shot it a little bit better and defended a little bit more effectively. And they're a little bit deeper. But Titans are in it. Halftime score, Steward 36, Trinity Episcopal 24. Stick around, should be a good second half. We'll be back in a few.
Welcome back to the second half.
And we just got an early foul there on Caroline Ashoff. Really not what the Titans are looking for.
Sutton just picked up another one just a few seconds into the game.
That's not what you want. 2 Titan fouls within the first 15 seconds of the second half.
I'm sure at halftime, Coach Lannon was trying to inspire these guys to get back in the game, and you're exactly right. Getting 2 starters, picking up a foul each, and then giving up a wide open layup off of the inbounds play is definitely not what they would have had in mind. Turnover there as they look for Frances Fiske on the backdoor cut, but she stepped out of bounds. And already feels like Titans aren't careful. This thing could get away from them here pretty quickly. Strong take by Martin. She missed the layup. Should be white ball. Yeah, good call.
Lucia Fishy there looking for the foul. Maybe an over the back she's hoping for, but no call.
Frances Fiske shot no good. Great hustle by Morgan Trimble to get her hands on it. Lucia finds Sutton. Sutton with the pull-up, and she hits. Sutton Eldridge has to be in incredible shape. Like the amount of running she does on the court with and without the ball, she doesn't ever seem to get too tired. In and out, but Kavanaugh uses her superior height for the putback.
Seems like some miscommunication by the Titans there. You can see Caroline and Lucia and Frances all, or not Frances, Morgan all wondering where they're supposed to be.
Three's no good, but yet again an offensive rebound. And Martin is, I was going to say just about automatic from that spot, but she actually did miss. And Kavanaugh, I believe it was Kavanaugh, fouled Sutton Eldridge, so that should be her 4th. And looks like Coach Basile is going to let Brooklyn Kavanaugh continue to play with 4 fouls. I mean, I feel like a lot of coaches in this situation would pull them. And now I don't think she knew. Now that she knows, she is trying to get a sub for her. But if Sutton could attack right now, you could potentially pick up a 5th foul on Kavanaugh. Instead, though, the Titans get a 3 from Frances Fiske. Kavanaugh missed the layup. Thought Sutton might have actually gotten away with a little bit of a foul there. Ooh. Hard collision. Sutton Eldridge and Avery Peterson are both on the ground. We're going to get the foul call on Peterson. That'll be her 4th as well, I believe. So Peterson comes out with 4. Kavanaugh remains in the game with 4. Peterson got her 4th foul and took a little bit of a shot to the face. Unintentional, but as Sutton Eldridge was falling down, I believe she kind of got a forearm across Peterson's face, so that doesn't feel very good. Sutton Eldridge hits a 3. It's gonna, are they gonna count it? They count the basket, and it's gonna be a foul on Steward. Carrington Williams, I think while the ball was in the air, I thought the whistle blew before the shot went up. I think Steward caught a rough break there. And now Lucia Visky's standing at the line, but that foul, it shouldn't have been a shooting foul either. It should be, if it is a foul, it should be Titan ball. I will say these are the same officials that did the boys JV game, and there were a few times when they were a little confused on rules. So
yeah, what did they call that? Like running through the screen?
yes, so running through the screen. So they got a foul for that. By the way, this cutting the deficit to 8 is about the closest the Titans have been for a while. But I thought they blew the whistle before Sutton got the shot off. So I don't think the basket should have counted, but if you're a Titan fan, you'll take it. And this is already a 3-point possession. Can they get even more out of it? Could it be a 6-point possession? No. Kavanaugh, playing with 4 fouls, comes down with a defensive rebound. And Kavanaugh just fouled out. Sutton Eldridge got the steal. And Brooklyn Kavanaugh, who I've been really impressed with her. She's blocked some shots. She gets rebounds. She has good hands. She's done with 12.5 minutes left in this game.
My question is, why did Steward's coach keep her in? Like,
well, it looked to me like she had a sub who was planning to come in for her. But then Peterson picked up a 4th and that shot in the face. So they changed and had the girl who was waiting, which was Carrington Williams, go in instead for Peterson. And then it's almost like maybe she forgot that she had 4, or I don't know. I mean, beyond the first 6 for Stewart, they haven't really played anybody else. But, I mean, Peterson has 4. If she fouls out, which she almost just did right there, somebody who hasn't really gotten in the game yet is going to have to play. I have to say, I just saw one of the Stewart 8th graders on the bench, like, deeply inhale, like, oh, I might have to go in. So it'll be a really interesting storyline to see if Stewart has anybody else foul out. They're going to have to play someone here in the second half who hasn't even been in the game yet.
Yeah, and it was hard to tell in the foul, but it seems to me like a little bit of like out of frustration.
Yes.
Just sort of pulled Sutton's arm once she got past her.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, it was almost like an intentional foul. I mean, she just sort of said, I'm done. That was a bucket there for Tommen as the Titans threw it away. And if Stewart can build a big enough lead, the foul trouble isn't really going to matter. Sutton Eldridge for 3. Timeout. That was funny. Both coaches actually tried to call a timeout there. I think they're going to... Coach Lonan caught not a good break there because he was trying to call a timeout. Coach Basile for Stewart was also trying to call a timeout. They gave the timeout to Trinity, but that's where you would rather let the other team spend one of their timeouts and keep it in your pocket. But Titans have cut it to 7. It's funny, like the Stewart coach is not happy but that she didn't get awarded the timeout, but like you have all 5 left. I think she's probably also frustrated by a couple of these foul calls. So when we come back, it's going to be Stewart ball. Still have a 7-point lead. But yeah, I'm looking on that Stewart bench. I don't think any of the girls who are eligible to go in have played, other than Sydney Duda came in for 1 defensive possession late in the second quarter, number 1, but otherwise none of them have been in the game. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Tough move by Martin. There are 4 really high-level guards in this game. Eldridge and Fiske for Trinity, and Martin and Tommen for Stewart. Lucia Fiske misses. Here goes Martin. She makes a left-handed layup that time. Frances Fiske deep deep three. The lead is back to 8. Martin answers with a 3, and she's up close to 20 points now.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with her tonight. My first time seeing her play, but she's been showing off many different parts of her game.
Well, you called it from the open, Amy. You said that you had heard she was one to watch, and she is showing why. Williams, her 3 no good. Caroline Ashoff rebounds. 2-on-1 chance. Ashoff was a little slow with it. Great effort by Tommen to get back. Ashoff has the loose ball. Lucia thought about it. Instead gives it to her sister. 3 rims out. And Martin's going to slow things down. Y'all are getting a treat, though. I think you mentioned, Amy, before Mary got here, but I believe you guys were on a recent broadcast of a game that was not this exciting, about a 50-point blowout. But this is really good, hard-fought basketball by both teams.
Yeah, it's fun to watch a game that's so fast-paced. And I think just both teams have had really great defense tonight, and no one's really giving up anything too easy.
I definitely agree with you, Amy, there. I think it's been really nice to see Francis and Sutton just take the reins and decide that they want this game. Francis with a couple of just pull-up threes that we just saw there, and just working back on defense to try and stop the Spartans. And it's been a really fun game to watch, even if I've just caught the second half.
Yeah, I think Kavanaugh fouling out has given the Titans a little bit of a spark, too.
Go ahead.
I was about to say I definitely agree with that. I think her height was one of Steward's big assets, and now taken away, it's a pretty evenly matched fight here.
Also, before we get back in play, I want to make sure to give a shout out to our producer tonight, Kaylin Harris. Soon to be yet again an all-LIS runner this weekend, I think. But tonight she's filling in for TESPN. Mary, what do you think? Kaylin, what do you think? She's going to be all-LIS again?
I definitely think all-LIS. If you ever stop by St. Chris this Saturday, you can watch Trinity track team in the LIS and VPL tournament, and you'll get some real nice competition there.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get out to that.
Yeah, Kaylin's the GOAT.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Great pass by Tommen, well caught by Saunders. And Steward has extended the lead out to 15. They've been really strong after the timeout. Yeah, foul there is going to put Fiske at the free throw line as the Titans are in the bonus. Fiske missed the first. Claire Griffin checking in. I think that's the first sub of the second half for the Titans, as we're only down to under 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Second is also no good, and a nice rebound there by Peterson. Great pass, but the layup was missed. Tommen then gets the rebound. Her shot in and out. And Claire Griffin is going to get fouled, or going to get called for the foul, I should say. Ella Gray Saunders hits the first.
I gotta say, I'd like to see a little bit more just drive to win by these Titans. I think a couple of shots late in the third quarter, and at least that last possession by the Titans was just kind of, they're still working, but it seems they're taking some rush shots, like Caroline Ashoff's right there.
So after 3 quarters of play, Steward 54, Trinity Episcopal 38. We will be back in 45 seconds for the exciting conclusion. Fourth quarter underway. Titans are going to have to get busy here if they want to make a comeback. And unfortunately for Trinity, first possession of the fourth quarter is a turnover. Steward tried to hit a backdoor cut there, but Martin and Tommen weren't quite on the same page. It's hard to just, when an opponent has 4 fouls, it's hard to just say, like, go make her make a foul. But I think if Trinity could be cognizant of, especially because of Steward's lack of depth, there's a great turnaround by Sutton Eldridge. If they could get a 5th foul on Peterson, Stewart would have to put someone in who hasn't played all game. And to come into a game like this with this level of intensity, cold off the bench, would be a really big ask. And I think that's, you look at a 14-point deficit with 7 minutes, that might seem insurmountable, but it's not going to be insurmountable if a Steward player were to foul out.
I definitely agree with that. I think if you send Sutton or Francis, just drive straight at her, try and get the foul on the layup, I think that would be very beneficial. But another turnover there by the Titans.
Layup, no good. Good effort by Williams, but that is somehow going to be Steward ball.
Not a great call by the refs, in my opinion, but.
Martin wide open 3, no good, but Saunders rebounds. She missed, but she gets another bite of the apple, and this time she converts. Morgan Trimble's 3 is no good.
I gotta say, I'd love to see a little bit more
pass.
Energy from the Titans student section here. I'm getting more energy from Steward's bench while we have a full student section.
No, Mary, I was just about to point out the same thing. And you can probably see it kind of on the right of your screen. Titan boys, of course, playing after this against St. Christopher's, and that's always a game that's going to bring out a great crowd, and the crowd largely is here, which is awesome to see. A already pretty full student section. But yeah, to your point, you got your girls team out here battling really hard against a very, very good opponent, and it could make a big difference. I don't remember if y'all were here last year when the girls played St. Gertrude before the boys played Benedictine, and that game went to double overtime. And I think the crowd is really what got Trinity over the top and to win that double overtime game. Yeah. So, for you all as strong female athletes, and for me as a coach of girls sports as well as a girl dad, I don't like the whole, too cool to cheer for a girls' game. Like, yeah, I reject that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I was in that student section for the Gertrude game, and honestly, I had more fun in that double overtime win than I did in the, I think it was like a Benedictine blowout, maybe 20 points.
Yeah.
So I just love to see a little bit more energy from
No,
the crowd
I'm totally
here.
with you. I mean, I do think there's a little bit of a chicken egg element where it's like if they could make a comeback and cut into this lead, I do think that the fans would get more excited. But right now, Steward is they're just making better basketball decisions. They know how to play with the lead. They've got the ball in the hands of their 2 experienced guards most of the time. They've got good athletes in Saunders and Peterson. Great defense there by Ashoff. That's the kind of effort that deserves the crowd to get involved as Frances Fiske wins that loose ball, throws her body to the ground. Sutton's 3 goes around and in. Good job by Sutton Eldridge to get a steal, and Morgan Trimble secures it. Great steal there by Lily Tommen. She's a pleasure to watch. She hasn't scored much, but completely in control of this basketball game. As an American, I'm very glad she's going to be representing our country. She's going to Army.
Oh.
Sorry. My tone for those who aren't, Mary looked at me quizzically, but
I did not know she was going to Army.
yes, so that's why I said I'm glad she'll be representing our country, as will Sutton Eldridge going to Navy of the Titans. Strong take by Caroline Ashoff, but Martin stole it. Martin goes coast to coast and finishes with the left hand, not for the first time tonight, for that matter. Pass from Morgan Trimble to Lucia Fiske. Good hustle by Fiske, but out of bounds to the Spartans. Martin for 3 is good. Now Saunders 3 on the way, no good. Caroline Ashoff with the rebound. We're down to about 2.5 minutes to go here in this one. And Steward is in great position now. That's surprisingly enough the first foul on either team in the entire fourth quarter. There's been very little dead balls period in the fourth quarter. It's been pretty close to continuous play, and Steward hasn't subbed since Kavanaugh fouled out, and the Titans have barely subbed other than Claire Griffin for like 30 seconds into the third quarter. So I think both teams probably exhausted. Titans play again tomorrow at Christchurch.
Yeah, we've been talking about how Steward might have to, be very careful to not have anyone else foul out, but they've done a good job this quarter.
Yeah, they've done a great job. They haven't committed a single foul. And actually, at this point, it wouldn't matter if they fouled out.
Yeah.
Caroline Ashoff with another rebound. She's done a great job on the boards, but does get her shot blocked there. Avery Peterson hits. Tommen behind the back, her pull-up, no good. Another rebound for Ashoff. And then what's been a pretty challenging second half for the Titans, you'd have to say the effort of Caroline Ashoff has been a real positive. She's gotten a lot of loose balls, a lot of rebounds, and that was after she went out for an extended period in the first half with that ankle injury. So hats off to Caroline.
Yeah, Caroline, a commit to Tampa lacrosse. I think you can definitely see her lacrosse in the style where she plays basketball. She has the hustle, she puts in the effort. And I love watching her play. I think she's a very fun player to watch.
Yeah, I totally agree. She's a great example of an athlete that, you know, definitely plays as hard as you possibly can and gets the most out of her talents. Nice lob pass there from Martin to Peterson. And Steward has 67 points. Sutton Eldridge's last second three is no good, and Titans battled hard, but Steward just a little too many weapons. Savannah Martin and Lily Tommen led the way, but a game that I think the final score doesn't really reflect how competitive it was. But Steward improves to 15-4 on the season. Titans drop to 7-7. Final score, Steward School 67, Trinity Episcopal 43. And in about 18 to 20 minutes from now, we will begin our coverage of Trinity Episcopal boys basketball as the Titans host the Saints of St. Christopher's. So pop some popcorn, and we'll be back in short order to bring you Prep League basketball, Saints, Titans, in a few. Thanks for watching.